Greetings, brothers and sisters. This is your brother Lance Yasherel, getting ready to expose y'all to this truth about the Sabbath that most people, not even IUIC and GMS, none of these groups or most individuals calling themselves Israelite Hebrew are not going to tell you. One moment while I pull up this information. This is the Sabbath Breakdown. So basically, what I'm doing right now is I'm revealing to you guys the lies that has been, or actually the lies and the misinterpretations of the Bible concerning the Sabbath. So let's continue. All praise to the Most High Elohim, Yahusha, and wisdom, our mother, as well. So anyway, let's get to it. It's the Sabbath Day Breakdown. So the problem is that a lot of these Hebrews, Israelites, so-called Jews, even when you look up on Google, they tell you that the Sabbath starts at sunset on Friday. So basically, it ends on Saturday at sunset. So they telling you that it starts and ends on sunset. So what I'm getting ready to show you guys is that it basically is an error, because a day does not start at sundown or sun setting. It actually starts at sun rising in the morning. Evening has to do with night, and the sun or sunrise has to do with morning. So let's get to it. So a lot of people use Genesis 1:5 to basically prove, well actually Genesis 1:5 and Leviticus 32 to basically prove that Friday sundown to Saturday sundown is the Sabbath day. Usually they tell you that basically, like in church, Christian churches, they tell you that the Sabbath is on a Sunday, which is lie 1. Lie 2 is that it starts from sunset to sunset Friday to Saturday. So anyway, and they use the super Sabbath to prove that, which is still in error. So let's get to it again. Back to it, actually. So Genesis 1:5, Yahuah called the light day, and the darkness he called night. You see, there's a powerful distinction right there already. Yahuah called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And depending on what part of the earth you're at, it could be kind of dark, or it just might be dark around setting times from like 6 to 9, depending on the season of time. But basically that's the ending of the day. And the beginning of the day is around 6 to 8 or 9 in the morning, depending on the location that you are at in the world. So, yeah, let's continue again. Genesis 1:5. Yahweh called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening, which is the ending of day, and there was morning, the first day. The morning, the morning is the first day. That's when the sun comes out, brothers and sisters. This is the time when the roosters start clucking and going woo woo and all of that. That's when the day starts. Because roosters and all the morning animals, they don't make their little signaling noise in the sunset period of the day or night, around night. They do that freshly in the morning. And I'm going to prove that. Well, not proof, like that's pretty obvious. Nature's pretty obvious. So yeah, morning actually has to do with sun rising, and evening has to do with sunset. As you see noted on the notepad app I have right here in front of you guys. So Exodus 18:13 is another chapter of Exodus, which is another book in a chapter, in a verse, which basically is more proof. And the next day, Moses took his seat to serve as judge for the people, and they stood around him from morning till evening. Which basically is saying from sunrise to sunset. Because most people think that the sundown brings forth another day, when it is actually the opposite. And it's pretty simple, but most people will miss it. Because it is like, if you've been being told a lie so long, it's like hard to change or to believe something different, because it's just been programmed into your mind, into your subconscious. And I mean, this is basically like being exposed to this. It's like at that point you basically kind of have like a double mind, but the goal is to be single-minded, because you can't have two different beliefs that's basically opposing, and it makes a difficult life. Just like a woman and a man fighting in a relationship. That's basically how the mind can be if you don't have the perfect, like a marriage that's, based on love and truth. So yeah, as I continue down on to Mark 4:35, and on that day when evening was come, he said unto them, let us go over onto the other side. And basically what that is saying is that the day was still the same day, and the evening was still considered the same day until the next day when the morning followed, or well, actually, yeah, the morning. So that's another distinction as well. I know it kind of seems like I'm jumping all over the place and not going precept to precept, but this is basically like a quick video just to help people actually understand what day the Sabbath is actually on, and what they're doing, and actually understand what they're doing, and to know that you're supposed to prepare your food on Friday, not, well, yeah, basically Friday, and then you eat the stuff that you made on the Sabbath. And the Sabbath is the whole day. Not it doesn't not saying that it ends at sunset, because that's what most of the people will have you believing, led to believe. So moving down to John 20:01. Now on the first day of the week comes Mary Magdalene early while it was dark. See, the reason I say early while it was dark, because, like, depending on where you at in the morning, the sun will be still kind of just rising up, and it will not necessarily just be as bright as it would be around noon or in a full day, like it with full sunrise and full, and full, sunlight. Like, that's another thing. Like, that's another way how like the so-called Egyptians and Babylonians and Sumerians, which is a lot of places that we were in. If you read Judges, Kings, and First Samuel, Second Samuel, all those good books, you will start to see that a lot of that stuff is actually some of our history as well. So yeah, as I was saying, it's still kind of dark in the morning time. So anybody that's saying that could be that Sabbath does not start on Saturday alone and end on Sunday morning sun rising would be an error, because a day does not start at sundown or sunset. And while it was dark, onto the tomb, and sees the stone taken away from the tomb. So basically, the moral of the story is basically Mary Magdalene and Mary, his mom, which is, you read farther in in that chapter, you will see that Mary and Mary Magdalene went to see Yahshua's body on the Sabbath. Well, actually, on it was actually on a Sunday, because it was 3 days between that time period, from Friday to Sunday. Another one, John 20:19. When therefore it was evening on that day, the first day of the week, and when the doors were shut where the disciples were for fear of the Jews, Yahusha came and stood in the midst and said unto them, Peace be unto you. See, this is basically Yahshua in John 20:19, basically saying, well, it's basically showing you that on the Sunday, on that day, the first day of the week, which is Sunday, it was on the evening. It was still Sunday. It wasn't Monday. It was Sunday, because a day starts off from morning, then it goes to night, evening, then the cycle goes on and on. So it's actually morning, evening, morning, evening, morning, evening. And another one, Luke 24:1, on the first day of the week, very early in the morning, the woman, which is Mary, took the spices they had prepared and went to the tomb. That was on Sunday. This is around the time when Yahusha had already been sacrificed. Forgive me, I was in error on the John 20:19. I meant that he was still alive around that time. But I'm about to pull up one more scripture to show you, well, probably a couple more. I'm about to go to the Sefer. I'm going to show you another another scripture. Yeah, okay, this was the one I wanted to bring up. Shemoth, in English, Exodus. So, Exodus 16:23. And he said unto them, this is that which Yahuwah has said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto Yahuwah. Bake that which ye will bake today, and seeth that ye will seeth, and that which remains over lay up for you to be kept until the morning. So basically, what the Most High is saying on this is, well, actually Moses, he's saying to basically prepare what thou should eat on the Sabbath and store it up till the morning. Because until the morning happens, it's not considered Sabbath just yet. So let me see if I have some more notes to show you guys real quick. Alright, that's gonna be all for now. I'm gonna be coming up with the Sabbath video number 2 soon, so stay tuned, guys. All praises to the Most High Yahweh, and Baruch you guys as well, my sisters and brothers.